Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Nick Ross with Body of Legends. It is 3:30 in the morning on the 29th of April 2014. I'm up because I have work at 4:30. Just making myself a little bit of coffee. Coffee, man. I mean, I'm not taking any supplements. My carbs are very low. My fats, they're pretty decent, I guess. So I guess you can say my only real true energy source is coffee and tea. Could I be doing this without coffee? Yes, but just more difficult. So coffee is pretty much calorie-less. I mean, I think there's like 2 or 3 calories per serving. It's not a big deal. Just gonna have my morning supplements. Have a B complex here. Have a digestive enzyme going to be taken along with my breakfast. Gonna supplement with about 200 milligrams of magnesium, and you know, a little bit of joint support. Really can't go wrong. Your joints are extremely important, and especially in my situation where my body fat's pretty low, they're extremely delicate, and they might be a little bit more prone to injury. You know, because I don't have that layer of fat that's cushioning my body, that's cushioning my joints. So the weight on my joints is a lot more raw. It's a lot more, you know, real, I guess you can say. So, you know, any little added benefit with, you know, adding in some glucosamine chondroitin, you really can't go wrong. You can't do it. You just can't. So I'm gonna have my coffee, gonna take my vitamins, gonna eat my breakfast, gonna go to work, and go through the rest of my day. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so I'm home from work. I'm gonna go to the track very soon and do some cardio and abs. It's gonna run about 10 laps, and they have like a little bar there where you can just grab, do some leg raises. Alright guys, so just came from doing a little bit of shopping, bought 20 pounds of tilapia. Check it out. Here we are, 10 pounds, 10 pounds. Got a little bit of cauliflower inside there. Open this up. Cauliflower. And we open this big box up right here. Freaking key. Why not get a damn knife? I'm in the kitchen. Come on. Ugh. There we go. Man, all this muscle for no reason. Here we go. Fuck. Okay, so there we have it. 20 pounds of tilapia. Just a bunch of fish. Look at all this tilapia, guys. Look at all the tilapia. And same thing inside here. Now, you guys see me buying a lot of food, but you know, if you don't know, I live on an island, Grand Cayman Islands, and food here is extremely expensive. It is so expensive. Like, that whole 20-pound tilapia was $58 CI. CI is my local currency. Convert CI into US, I believe is divide by 0.84. So 58 CI, that's like 75, 74 US. It is ridiculous. $74 for 20 pounds of tilapia. And I see you guys in the US, you know, you buy things in bulk for like $10, $12, $15. I'm like, what? That's luxury. So Bible down here, getting a lot of good quality food for a good amount is pretty expensive. But you know, I'm dedicated, willing to spend my money on quality food, and I'm doing that. Maybe one day I'll get to live in the US. You never know, and then I can enjoy the luxury of, you know, lower priced food. But for now, boom, doing what I can with what I have available to me. No excuses. Alright guys, 30th of April 2014, prepping some tilapia. Check it out. Look at that prep. Look at that tilapia prep, guys. You see that? Whoa. Boom. This is 10 pounds of tilapia. I cut the tilapia out of the individual bags. I really hate that they come in these little bags. I mean, look at this. Like, you have to cut every single bag open and take it out individually. It's a lot of work, but I mean, I honestly don't really mind, I guess, because it is necessary. Now, if anyone's ever baked fish or baked chicken or just left fish or chicken to steam, you know that after you steam it, there's like this little white stuff, this little, you know, fluffy white stuff that comes out over it, and it's not very pleasant. You don't want to eat it. You have to scrape it off and throw it away. It's a big hassle. What is that? That's actually the blood and the preservatives that are cooked with it. So to avoid that, if you just, you know, if that's annoying to you, you just don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. What you do is you have to let your stuff defrost and separate. So what I did is I left all my tilapia to defrost overnight because it was frozen. I left it to defrost and I left it a little bit longer so I can have any little blood or any excess preservative just separate from it. And leaving that overnight, when you cut the bag open or when you just take it out and you're ready to cook it, all the blood, all the little excess preservatives are separated, and when you cook it, it's not going to come out with that white little fluffy stuff. All this here, the only thing that is excess salt, blood, and maybe a little bit of preservatives, just, you know, separate. And that's it, you know. Just leave your stuff overnight to defrost, leave it to separate, and when you cook it, it's not going to come out with that white little fluffy little, you know, whatever that is, the cooked blood. You would think when you cook blood it's going to come out brown, but in fish and chicken it comes out white for some reason, you know. But anyway, so I'm going to leave this in the oven to bake, and in the meantime I'm going to go outside and do about half an hour tanning. I live on an island. Outside is beautiful. It is very sunny right now, so I'm going to go on top of my roof. Definitely, yes, on top of my roof. 15 minutes front, 15 minutes back. Okay, so my tilapia is all done. Check it out. Still inside the oven, but it has a nice brown look to it. There we go. I'm gonna eat this serving right now. That's about, I don't know, 5 ounces. I'm gonna have that with about maybe a cup and a half of cauliflower, a quarter tablespoon of salt, just not too much, and a little bit of mustard. That's all I'm gonna do with that. I'm gonna head to the gym soon and do some back.